We want to get as many people involved as possible and to excite young people about science, and that might be through them making a film or building a tower or just playing and messing about and making sure that they realise that that is just as valid, to be creative and to use those different kinds of thinking skills.
Science is like art sometimes, because experiments is like art, but sometimes, not always.
We've sponsored this STEM because, you know, in the new economy, science, technology, engineering and maths are critical, and somehow we have to win their hearts as well as their minds. If you catch them at this age, you know, the formative years, it's the best opportunity you've got.
Okay, that is the end of your machine. I'm going to give you one of these each per table.
Do you think that's how science works? Do you think you have to be persistent?
Yeah, because Thomas Edison didn't make the light bulb straight away.
I'm really happy because it's a primary school, and I think a lot of the funding for supporting science has historically been in secondary schools, but I think that you need to get them in primary schools if you're going to make them go up to secondary schools wanting to learn science.
You know, I came from what is now known as a sink estate and all this sort of stuff. It drives me, really gets me angry. I don't think we should label children. So when they say, you know, this is a school in a deprived area, the deprived children, they're not. You know, they're children living in certain circumstances. But this school can give them an opportunity.
So who came up with the idea?
Ethan and I had the ideas of the marble running into that, so it would do the dinger.
So James had the idea of getting the heaviest ball, so we can look at it. What else did you need? You need a bit of fat ball. So we got three ones.
Do you feel you're having to be more scientific or more creative?
Probably say more creative. Yeah, and then it's kind of more fun.
When I got to secondary school, well, to primary school and then secondary school, I kind of lost the spark that I had for being creative, because our school didn't really focus on science, technology, engineering, maths in that kind of exciting activities that you're getting to do outside, and so I just became demotivated and didn't really want to get involved in engineering and technology and science. And so when I got to secondary school, I basically didn't take the subjects that, you know, I could mean that I'd be an engineer and things. So I now want to work with these young people to make sure that they are focused, if they are passionate about engineering and science and technology and maths, that they do choose the right things, and I want to be a part of helping them design their futures.
Like, we're experimenting, we're like inventing something new of our own.
This is wonderful because you only have to look at what's going out there to see that we've got a range of children with special educational needs, a range of language capabilities, and a huge range of ages who don't normally work together, all actively engaged in working creatively on science.
Yeah, that's excellent. I'm never one for tagging things, you know, oh, you're doing science now, you're doing maths now. You're doing something that's different, creative, and you know, why call it anything? It doesn't matter if it's art or science or whatever. It's just creating the opportunity for them to express themselves.
I mean, we're being encouraged all the time to build creative curriculum, cross-curricular links and creative curriculum. That's the way that teaching is being encouraged to go. And I keep telling all the teachers that I work with that science is the subject that will allow you to do that. Because it's possible to bring literacy, maths, art, design, everything comes into science. It is the true cross-curricular subject.
I started in a school almost exactly the same as the school you're in. I determined that someday I would be involved with cars. My strong advice to you is don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. Because if you want to, you can and you will. I've been and lived all around the world by making motor cars. I would never have been able to do that if I hadn't found that little spark, and if one of my teachers hadn't turned that spark into a huge flame. 3, 2, 1.
1, go! Stop! Did anybody last 5